Alright, what to do? It's been a long time. Why are my settings so dreary? This is new, right? Did I get... it's like nighttime. Honestly, I like these settings, but we're gonna go and change this to midday. Where you at? Where you at, midday? What? I don't know what that was. Let's just park right in front of this guy. It's been a long time since I've opened any clues. I've been a PVM Andy for a long time. So Robin up in there. let's grab these out. I guess we'll take the easies and the hards, elites, masters. Just get that one out the way. Yeah, clock towers. All right, let's jump into it. So I have been doing a lot of PVM. I don't even know when the last video was, so I don't know if I've said anything about my ECB, but I have it now. I sold a Christmas scythe, got an ECB, perked it out. Feels good to get looking at the fortunate drops again. I feel like you rake in the money when you're opening clues. Feels good, you know, because it's not too much fun doing them anymore. I used to have a lot of fun optimizing, and that was when I went through thousands of hard clues. Now it's just like, yeah, like I have so many treasure trail points, I need to cash them in and start working on these elites. Nice, 3 mil. So that's what I've been doing. I used about, well, I guess 5,500 because that's how many elite clues I have, unless I had any in the bank. Nice, 2 mil. I didn't check my bank. I'm sure I have space. So yeah, that's as many as I could do without just having to open them up. And then I did the masters. Masters are faster though, so we'll keep that of 180k. Alright. But I did some Solak. Now I feel pretty confident. I did some 3-man Solak. No Realm, which No Realm was fun. I'm such a cheap ass whenever I do... Alright, let's transition into elites. Whenever I do PVM, I always like cut corners on supply costs and stuff. Like using a Dren pot and stuff like that. I kind of save it for when I really need it. Like if I don't really need a DPS check, I don't use like a Dren renewals or anything like that, because I just have to break that cycle, because I could speed up a lot of kills if I just put in a Dren pot into my rotations, but I don't. Alright, I'm not sure what the good roll is for elite clues. I know that they're on average pretty poo, so we'll just wait for a poo clue. But for Solak, I kind of pull out all the stops, especially for 3-man. You have a lot of DPS checks, or else you repeat mechanics and your kill times slow down, and you run the risk of running out of food and stuff like that. Although, like, if you know the mechanics, you barely have to eat at all. But that's been fun, going into a kill with everything at my disposal, basically. I'm looking at all the cooldowns. As soon as the Dren pot comes off cooldown, I'm thinking about, I need to save up, and I need to use, what's it called? It's not even in here. It's in here. I get my natural instinct going, if it feels right, But yeah, I have yet to go in the realm. I mean, I guess I have yet to tank Solak, but that's one of the few things You know, RuneScape's only so big. It might seem huge when you're starting off. You're like, oh, there's so many bosses. Hey, 3 mil for an elite clue. We'll take it. You think like, oh, there's so many bosses, so much stuff to do, so many quests. It feels almost overwhelming. Once you get to end game, 50k. That is a poop clue. Once you get to end game and you've done all the bosses, you start picking roles, right? Because all the bosses have different roles. You know, Rago has the bomb tank, and you're like, oh, that's interesting. What does a bomb tank do? So you learn it, you do some kills, and then you're like, oh, now I want a base. So for Solak, that's the next. I mean, that's one of the few roles that I have left to do in RuneScape. I've done all the Yakamaru roles. Part of the reason why I love it so much. Yaku is such a fun boss to do. There's so many roles. Every kill is different. You know, you do Raksha, even if you're doing duos, it's gonna be the same. But Yakamaru, although you know the mechanics are all the same and everything, but like stuff's randomized, right? So the pool that Yaka starts in is randomized. Mirage phase can go wrong fast, and also you're playing with a team, like a large team, and a few players can carry the team for sure, but if the whole team is average, then a few terrible players can ruin the kill, and you kind of have to be able to adapt. Alright, no big boys in the elites, in the 55 elites, going into masters, my favorite category of clue. I've had the most RNG, or the best RNG for masters. Dang, onyxes are so low. Alright, well, just, I'm not going to go to my bank for rerolls. What? 55k? Get out of here. There we go. But yeah, I was doing a kill where the Jelly Wrangler died and the North Tank died and a few other people died. It was scuffed as hell. But basically I picked up North Tank, and I also tagged the jellies that were near North Tank. So I didn't stay on the north of the pool. I made sure not to go in the sand. A lot of this is probably going to sound like gibberish, but I was tagging jellies and kiting them and flicking between, like whenever I had to run through the jellies to go back the way that I'd come. I was flicking melee prayers to kind of negate that massive amount of damage that jellies can do when they pile up and all that. So stuff like that makes the group bossing so much more fun nowadays. So that's kind of what I enjoy. But I think I'm going to keep going with the clues, obviously. We have all the stuff for it. For rerolls, let's start being less picky. We kind of flew through all these. I don't know if I'm ever going to grind out another stack of 250 hards just because of the farming involved. Oh, nice. That's something. There we go. We got a soul ornament kit. I love to see it, that they're still holding their weight, and we're coming up on max rerolls. Although it'd be stupid to roll any of that stuff. 4. Can I get through these rerolls? Nope. There, we can go ahead and do that. 2 and there we go. We're now all out of rerolls. Bam. Hey, pretty good money all around. A bunch of guys in the clan chat were talking about clues, and I knew I had these in my bank, so I decided to open them up. But I lost my comp cape because of the new update, so we're rocking the Arc cape for now. Who's that yelling in my goddamn driveway? Yeah, I CBA getting that comp cape back. I'm gonna rock the Arc look until I feel like grinding out the hunter for, what is it, like 5,000 scarabs you have to catch? Something ridiculous. It's like 5-6 hours at least, and that's not AFK hours. Those are like, you know, you gotta click on shit and the croc goes out and comes back. Like I looked at the mechanics involved. Richie, you're just chilling. I'm never gonna spend 20 mil for you. I'm sorry, buddy. All right. Well, this has been opening up roughly 120 clues, and I'll catch you in the next one.